You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Welcome to Living Podcariously. I think we're on episode 27 now. I'm starting to kind of run together. I am one of your hosts. My name's Adam. Sitting to my left,
I am Andrea Joy.
You're sexy as hell, Andrea.
Thanks.
And I am Tack.
I'm so confused.
No, actually, I'm Tack. Just in case there's first-time listeners, because
that's a good point.
My name could be unisex. You and I sex, Adam.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I like it.
Interesting. I guess that means that I'll be Andrea Joy.
All right. I'll be Tack.
All right. So we've had a quite an interesting week. Andrea's got some really cool stories to tell us a little bit, Tack. Hopefully.
I know. I can't wait to hear.
She took a trip out to Las Vegas with her work, and hopefully not all those stories have to stay in Vegas, like the saying goes. Hopefully she'll tell us a little bit about that. Plus, big breaking news for her at least, and kind of me too, because I'm proud of her. Andrea officially got something important.
Oh yeah?
For her personal life.
And it's not the Publishers Clearinghouse I'm winning at the end of the month.
Yeah, that's at the end of the month.
Okay.
No, this is something else. We'll get to that. I'll let her make that announcement, because that's all her, and I want her to own it.
I'm so excited. This is an exciting episode.
Oh yeah. Plus, it's a full show. We've got a really interesting story about 50 Shades of Grey to tell you, Tack.
Okay.
The book, movie, whatever. So, let's hop into it. So before we get going into anything, last we talked to you, I guess we want the Tack, dating life update. Can we finally say your name? Yeah?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Sorry.
Damn. Was she potentially on another podcast I already heard? Come on, that's not
I don't
even
know what you're talking about.
Oh.
She was on your podcast? She needs to be on ours.
No. I will talk to her about it. She definitely will be on here eventually, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. She needs to bring us, for this show, it's just general conversation, but she also should bring us a list. A top 10 list.
Right.
Something unique.
She's actually been giving me ideas for lists and stuff, and I was like,
nice.
Maybe you should do that, and then come,
Hell yeah.
So okay. She's like, well, if I was doing, I would do something else,
So have you guys progressed into FBO status or anything yet?
No, not FBO, but
just a lot of sex.
Well, I mean, it's much deeper than that.
I know how deep you go. I know how deep you go.
Yeah, it's not very deep, but
I don't know how deep you go. That sounded awfully personal. I really don't know how deep you go, Tack.
Right, that's right, Andrew. He doesn't know.
He doesn't. I do, though.
Yeah, well, gotta pay the bills somehow.
Yeah. But no, everything is going great with her. Like, she's awesome.
That's good.
I still have no complaints, no nothing. She's amazing.
I have
things are progressing very nicely.
I have a former friend of yours told me to say hi to you. It's Ron. He says hi because he hasn't been able to hear from you since in a relationship. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I can't wait to meet her since I'm back from Las Vegas now.
Right? It was a weird statement. I don't know why. Because you weren't allowed to until you went to Vegas?
No, because when she was here, I was gone.
In town.
She was here
Meaning
last weekend.
When she, yeah.
Up here
So
visiting
I
you.
missed getting to see her.
Yes, she was, yes, correct.
I was like, was that weird?
Nobody really did. Well, that's not true. A couple people did, but he didn't.
No, I didn't get to meet her. I didn't.
He was too busy playing No Man's Sky.
I want to hear all about that, too.
It was awesome. So I bought the game, paid the, whatever
right, you bought
full retail price.
But you downloaded it, right? You
No. I didn't.
Oh, that's right.
I had a strategy behind this. I bought the game.
Okay.
I played it for a good week solid. I don't know, probably put 15 hours of gameplay in, maybe 20 hours of actual gameplay in.
Yeah.
Love the game. It's fantastic. I already sold it, Tack.
What?
Yeah, I sold it.
He said it would ruin our relationship.
Well, so there's two things to it.
I want it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I sold it for $45.
Oh my God.
What?
Dude, I want it, but I didn't want to spend the $60.
He would have paid $48.
Yeah.
Damn it, I didn't know that. You should have paid attention to my Space Coast shop and swap post for it. I put it online.
I haven't seen that.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about that. I apologize.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm sorry. Maybe if you were around more often, you would have had a chance to buy it. Maybe
You're too busy to play it.
Tack's gonna throw something in a minute.
No, I'm not.
It doesn't work. You can't have a girl and have the game.
No, it's so
one or
look,
the other.
the reviews are very, if you read any of the reviews online about the game, it's awesome. Its fundamental design is exploration with a little bit of fighting and a little bit of crafting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, not Minecraft really at all. I mean, you're scavenging for resources when you hit all these planets. The exploration part of the game is awesome. There's a very, very templated feel to the bases that you discover and stuff like that. They all look the same, and you have to imagine, put in your head, if you're really traveling galaxies, meeting all these different races of creatures, they're not all going to have the same footprint of a design of a base. So that was a little bit disappointing. The experience, though, traveling to these worlds and making these new discoveries of plants and animals and creatures and new races of living creatures that are sentient, was really cool. I'll be honest, that was phenomenal. There was a couple drawing issues with distance and clipping and things like that, which was, I mean, I guess I understand because of the massive size of the scale. A planet is literally a size of a planet. So let's say you're flying at 150 kilometers a second or kilometers an hour. It would really take you all freaking day to travel around the planet. It's giant. So that's cool. It completely lacks multiplayer interface. I can't stand it. I have to have some kind of multiplayer experience, and the game promised that. So that was my biggest disappointment with it, is the lack of any kind of multiplayer experience. And even so, the developer said the odds are infinitesimally small if you are going to spawn in the same part of the universe as a friend of yours, so an in-game friend. They said eventually you might be able to navigate the systems and find each other. Well, just so happened, as big of the sales were of this game and how many people started playing it, 2 people that were friends actually spawned relatively close. So they made their plans and made their warps and all this stuff and made to meet up in the same system, picked the same planet, landed in the same zone, and they couldn't see each other. And it was also different times of day. So one had night, one had day. So it was a little bit disappointing. So the questions now are, is it multiplayer going to be faceted into the game at all at any point? And, is co-op even an option? So, yeah,
I'm sure they'll fix it and have new updates out.
Yeah, no doubt. And so for that game to hold me long term, I want to be able to play with multiple people, and that really is not it. But on the side of exploration and just having fun with, a time-killing game to go just explore things, I've never seen anything like it. It's fascinating. But I knew enough about that game to know that if I kept playing it, I would be hooked hardcore. So I figured I'm early enough, it's only a week after release, I could still sell my CD copy, used, and get $45-50 for it. So I put it up there for $50 and I got a buyer for $45. So yeah, sorry I didn't.
So disappointed.
I apologize. Sincerely, I felt bad about
but
that.
I didn't have $60 to pay for it.
Just wait. Seriously, with the reviews on the game, wait 2 months, you'll get it for $30. I'm dead serious. The people hate it right now because there's no multiplayer interface, and they say the planets feel the same. Where they kind of do, they kind of don't too. I mean, it is different topology, the plants and the animals, you can see the pool of mixtures that they chose from. So you have like an 8-legged lizard with a cow's head or something. I mean, it's obviously different evolution paths for these animals on these planets. Some are aggressive, some are shy, some are friendly, whatever. But I can see the complaints of repetitivity. Repetition. Thank you. Out of the experience. So yeah, I sold mine. It is what it is. But I'm going to start World of Warcraft here soon. I'll start playing that again.
Because you'll have extra time.
Yeah, Adam.
Because that game doesn't destroy lives or families.
Well, I've played it for a long time too.
Well, I'll be really busy though.
Yeah, Andrea. So Andrea's got an announcement.
Oh, okay.
Andrea has
what you gotta be busy with?
A cool announcement that is going to take away her from my life for a long time.
What about from our listeners and my life?
No,
we'll still do all that.
Okay, good.
Go ahead. What's going?
It'll just be rehearsals.
What's going on in your life now?
I was cast in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat at the Cocoa Village Playhouse.
Congratulations!
When's the first showing? September 23rd.
September 23rd through October 9th, and then potential holdovers after that.
Yeah, that's Jimmy Klein and his wife met doing that show. So. Have you ever done the show before?
This will be my 3rd time doing the show at the Cocoa Village Playhouse.
Oh, wow.
And Jason Craze, who has played Joseph, is moving back here, and he will be Joseph again. He's been one of my best friends since I ever moved to Florida. So today we had the first rehearsal. So I'm at work. Well, actually what happened is I was going to Vegas.
What
and
happened
I heard
was
about the auditions. Well, the auditions were the weekend I was gone. So I had to submit a video audition. So I'm in Vegas. I had no idea of dates, if they even got the video, anything. So I get back and we're in the car from the airport and I get a call. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's them. But they just asked for potential, like, if I couldn't be there for rehearsal or shows.
Right.
So then I was like, okay, so waiting. And then I'm at work today and I was looking on Facebook and someone's saying, oh, something about they were cast in the show and all this. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I messaged and I'm like, they cast the show? And he's like, yeah, you need to call this number. Call the number, ask. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to call you. Our rehearsal's at 2, which is like 2 hours away from me and I'm at work.
Oh, God.
I'm like, oh my gosh. So I rearranged my schedule and I get to rehearsal on time and I actually find out I'm one of the wives, which is one of the best parts that you can get.
Oh, nice.
You know, being a female if you're not a narrator.
Tack, she does play a good wife. Just saying. She plays a good wife.
So I'm super excited about that.
So
It's
what
been
was
a long
your,
time.
I bet, yeah. It's been a long time since I've done theater too.
Did you
It's been
say
5 or 6 years.
Did you say the interval
wow.
of your rehearsals while I was saying you're going to be gone so much? I don't know. Did you just say how often you have to rehearse?
No, well, it's every single night, pretty much.
Every night from like 7 to 10. Every night.
But what about this show?
Well, we'll work around the show. We'll figure out schedules for that.
Sunday nights and Saturday nights are cool.
Okay, now my schedule is going to be changing. I don't know if we want to discuss it on the show.
Well, it's up to you. I know you said with you because you kind of announced that last week. I don't know if we told the times that you were going to be working, but you're working the second shift, right?
We're working second shift. Most likely my days off are going to be Sundays and Mondays.
Oh, Sunday night. That might work.
Possibly.
Or Saturday night if you're off on Sunday.
But I work second shift. I won't get off till 1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the morning it is.
Oh boy.
Compromise.
Hey man, whatever.
It's only till the end of October.
Or if you can do it Monday nights too, because I don't go in till 4 o'clock.
My schedule's open. I can do any nights.
But we will figure this out.
Sorry,
Off
we're
air.
so
We don't have to
famous.
discuss this on the
Everyone
show.
wants this.
I know our listeners are like, God, I hope they can figure this out. How will they do this?
We'll just
Or
record
listeners are
separately.
like, already have the plan already, like, duh, it's simple. You guys do this and this, you
The
know.
listeners don't care. They're just give us our damn show. We don't care when you record it.
During my breaks, I'll just run over to the bathroom and call you guys and get on and give you an update.
But that's cool. Congratulations. That's
Thanks.
awesome.
I'm very excited.
I can't wait, and I'm going to come see the show.
With
Unnamed girlfriend
With beep.
with insert
Yes, I
girl
will.
name
Jane Doe.
here. Yes.
With Jane Doe.
With
Sure,
Jane Doe.
Of course, yes.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break in studio. When we get back, Andrea's going to give us her recap of her Las Vegas extravaganza, and she's going to tell us what her interpretations of 50 Shades of Grey were. All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes.
You f***ing with a flash, too fly to be a stab. Front of me, I'm like, blah. Your boyfriend riding in the whip 'cause I drive stick.
Well, so for everyone out there, we want you to be involved in the show. So engage with us. Send us an email to show@livingpodcariously, or go to our Facebook page, right on our wall. Send us a message, private message, befriend Andrea, me, or Tack. Hit us up on there. Let us know what you want us to talk about. If you want to send Andrea a question for the Guyry, shoot her a message on Facebook and tell her it's for Living Podcariously's Guyry, and she'll ask your question. Yeah, that's it. All right, welcome back to Living Podcariously.
Sorry.
It's all good. A little vaping. All right, Andrea, fill us in. We want to know the
Gross.
details of it. Oh yeah,
Don't
that
fill
is
me
something.
in. I'm not.
Well, I'm into weird shit. I'm okay with it.
All right, maybe we'll try it.
We need a cameraman.
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
So, what of the stories from
Damn.
Vegas can you tell us that?
Well,
Don't.
we rode all the roller coasters
Oh, the ones like on top of the
on top of the stratosphere.
stratosphere.
We
Yeah.
did all of those. We got the unlimited pass, so we did them over and over and over.
Did you go out on that thing that like goes out and then spins around?
Spins around, yes.
Or am I thinking of?
No, no,
It does.
Or am I
right.
thinking of the Needle?
It
No,
does
you're right.
do that.
Seattle.
They may have that at
Yeah.
the
It
Needle
does
too,
that,
but
and
yeah.
then it has the one that goes all the way up like the Tower
Yeah, and it
of
like
Terror
it spreads out.
and drops you.
I was recently watching a video about all those little rides and stuff there.
They were fun. And the highest one is 1,149 feet above the Strip.
Just to recap the listeners,
crazy.
you went to Vegas for what? You went there for...
I went for the Paul Mitchell, it's called The Gathering. They have every other year they're in Vegas. And then the opposite years, like last year they were in Spain and next year they'll be in Italy. So every other year they're in Las Vegas. So we went for work.
What you're hearing, sorry. I didn't mean to distract. Oliver's licking the...
Oh, God, I'm freaking out.
Connection. Ollie, come here.
What is...
Really?
Excuse me.
Okay, I don't have a story to tell.
Oh, calm down. He was freaking out. I heard it too. I didn't know what it was. When I realized Ollie electrocuted himself.
Squirrel.
All right. Man, did you hear just out of curiosity, did you hear the aggression when we get distracted from her story and her recapping us on, or refocusing
I'm
us?
done. Story's over.
No, that story's not over.
No.
No.
Pick it back up. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
I don't even remember where I was. We went on the New York roller coaster, which was amazing.
That's cool.
The thing that was it's so hot there. Like you walk outside, it feels like car exhaust is just blowing on you. Like you're walking and the wind is hotter than the actual air and you get goosebumps from the hot air. And another warm thing is the toilet in our hotel room.
It was like a heated seat?
It's heated and then you press the button, you can clean your front, you can clean your back, and then you can dry it.
What?
So getting back to my regular toilet, I was very disappointed.
It has a built-in dryer inside the toilet.
That's
It was
crazy.
awesome. But the fun,
I've been to Vegas and we didn't have anything like that.
you didn't stay at the Aria.
I stayed in the Mirage.
This is the nicest, newest hotel on the Strip. It's 5-star.
Who's the performer there?
Well, all of us were. That's why we had to go out and find sponsors.
What is this? What are you saying?
What is a sponsor?
What is
You get
sponsor
all
for
pretty
what?
and decked out with a bunch of girls, and you go out and you find sponsors. They
What?
sponsor your drinking.
What?
They buy you drinks, and
Who does?
the sponsors.
So you go and pick up dues to pay for your shit is what you're doing.
There you go.
They're no sponsors.
I'm sorry. So what does the sponsor receive at the end of the night?
Well, it depends on who you are, I
It
guess.
depends on who you're with and what you're doing. Well, there was one girl we were hanging out with, and I actually thought I was with. I don't know what I can say. No, I can't.
We can edit it later if there's something.
I just started talking to this guy. He was really cool. I wasn't picking up as a sponsor for myself, although usually the sponsor will buy all your friends' drinks because these are the high rollers.
Oh, wow.
So I'm talking to him. He's a producer from Dancing with the Stars. Looked it up. Totally legit. He really is. And I'm like, he's so pretty. I'm like, are you gay? Just flat out asked him, are you gay?
Because they were there. They were there with a single guy that was gay as well. So it would have been a
Right.
So I was like, have you met my new friend that I just met?
Have you met Ted? Yeah.
I introduced them, and then they proceeded, and she almost got kicked out of the club. For 7 times she was told to stop dancing the way she was because it was so provocative.
You gotta
Her
be really,
skirt-
think about this for a minute. You gotta really be fucking up in Vegas to get kicked out of a club.
Who was doing this?
This girl.
One of you girls?
No, just a girl.
Okay,
We met.
gotcha.
Yep.
No,
But-
Tack.
They met in the
Not one of
bathroom.
them.
So,
Gotcha.
so her skirt was coming up. Her entire ass was hanging out. All you could see was her butt cheeks and her G-string.
Wow.
A million times. So, I mean, obviously he thought she was pretty hot. So I introduced them. So he was ready. We were ready to go. So we followed them back, to the room, proceeded to watch them. Like, we were thinking we were going to get a nice little pour. And he's like, have all you want in the refrigerator to drink. So me and Jeremy just keep getting drinks out of there, sitting on the couch. So we were just sitting there chilling because he was with me, and we had to make sure that our friend was okay. But the windows were all in the front here. And then there was just a thing here. So the bed, wait, no one can see this. There was a bed there. Okay. There's a bedroom. Then there's just like a wall that has, it's not an entire wall. And then there's the living room. So you can see the whole glass window here. So you can see him like it's a mirror laying on the bed.
Right.
They made out for like 2 hours. So we were so bored we left. We got a little video. We were sitting there
As
snickering.
soon as you left, they're like, finally. Okay, now we can have
apparently
sex.
it was so big that it didn't fit too much. She got embarrassed because she bled. So when we texted him the next day when he left, we were like, she's a virgin.
Wow.
She's a virgin. Then we got, the next night we got another sponsor, and he liked one of the people we were with, and he gave the rest of us $100 to go play the roulette table.
That's the
What?
kind of sponsor you want to have in Vegas.
He's like, go put all this on red. It's like, well, okay. And we were going to put Adam's usual $20, so we were heading over to the roulette table. And that's all we were going to spend because it's scary
Right.
to spend your own money.
Anytime
$100 on red. Okay. So I get over there and they give me $100 in chips, dollar chips. I'm like, I can't put all of this on red. So we proceeded to play and, I'll go ahead. We didn't really win anything there. So we went back and he's like, well, go try again. Go win my money back. Gave us another $100. So we went back and at this time, one of the people we were with left and then, Kiana got tired. So she went to bed. So I was left down there at the roulette table and I had all the chips. I kept winning and winning and hitting and I ended up leaving with over $300.
Nice.
I didn't know it was like 6 o'clock in the morning when I got back to the room and we had a flight at 9 o'clock, but.
Anytime I've got a friend, which he alluded to earlier, this is my $20 bet. Anytime I have a friend or, a parent or something that goes to Vegas, I give them $20 and say, put it on 11 and then just text me if it wins. If it wins, it's like $800 or $760 or something like that. So every time somebody goes, Andrea wouldn't do it for me though. I had to give it to Jeremy. She wouldn't make my bet.
It lost too, right then. I just wanted to bring back his $20. But when someone gives you $100, you can make $20, $30 bets the whole time. It doesn't matter. So by putting that much money on there at a time, I was getting back that much money and more.
Nice.
It was great. It was fun. I had so much fun playing that game. I didn't even know I was good at gambling.
Andrea, so in a nutshell, you had a good time in Vegas and you want to go again, I'm assuming?
I do, yes. I had more fun than I ever dreamed I would have.
So next time,
awesome.
Andrea took me for my birthday, I don't know if you remember, for, out on the gambling boat out at the port.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite games obviously is roulette. I love it. Right. I know the odds. I get it. I understand blackjack's better odds and blah, blah, but I enjoy the game. I don't spend a lot of money. I just have a good time. I make my money last a very, very long time. And Andrea really wouldn't play. She did a little bit when we were on the boat, but not really at roulette. She liked blackjack. She liked a few other things, but not roulette. So she goes to Vegas and all of her girlfriends and she's playing roulette left and right and winning and just having a good time. I'm like, damn it.
One night I played.
So maybe if I take you out to Vegas, you'll play some roulette with me.
If I had a sponsor to give me $100, yes, I will.
Does that mean like you go to the bar first, hang out there for like an hour and then I come down and join you and you've already got your money from your sponsors? Is that how that works?
You go get a sponsor too and then we have $200.
Guys don't get sponsors.
Yeah, no,
not like me. Not me kind of guy. A Jeremy kind of guy can get a sponsor. Not me.
You can't go to Vegas.
He'll get kicked out or arrested. You're like, hey man, you want to pay for my drinking and gambling tonight?
You never say that. You never tell them that they're sponsors.
Right. That's
just lead them on.
Joke.
You lead them on, tack. That's the trick.
Well, apparently the sponsor they had.
They like having the escort that night, so.
All right. Hey, so be it. I'm proud of you for doing what you did out there. He is all about getting that toy from you. All right. So.
He's her sponsor.
Let's put it this way, Tack. Andrea was gone for a week. She did a full week in Vegas.
Nice.
All right? She was a good girl in Vegas.
Jose did want to take me up to his penthouse.
Yeah,
it was his birthday.
She might have actually got the indecent proposal.
That was my first one.
If she would have played her cards right, she could have had the indecent proposal. I was kind of hoping she would come back.
He bought four of us a round of drinks twice, and those are $20 drinks each.
She could have come back with $500,000 for each of us, but she kind of let me down there.
Way to go.
Jose might have done it.
I'm dedicated, one man kind of girl.
Well, she was all pent up from being out in Vegas for an entire week. And, let's just say when she got home, she turned some things up here. She turned the knob to 11, if you know what I'm talking about. So I think I was violated a little bit when she got home.
He gave me 6 orgasms before I even left to make sure I didn't get a sponsor.
But that's over 6 months, Tack.
That was over like an hour.
Gotcha.
I left her with a smile on her face and she came home with a smile.
That's all I could talk about all week. So every night it was like, oh, your turn to get some, your turn to get some. I'm like, mine's on Wednesday, which was the night we got back. So he went ahead and gave me 6 more when I got back.
And I have a funny story about that. So I don't even know how to state this without making me sound like an old decrepit bastard, but so not to get too visual for you or anything, but we were in the middle of coitus. And, have you ever had to stop because of like an onset severe out of nowhere headache? Just like bam, it hits you out of and not just during sex, but during anything, like a rigorous sport or anything.
No.
Me neither.
Not like a quick headache, no.
Yeah, so I've had migraines and I have migraines that are debilitating. It'll take me down completely. We're in the middle of sex. This is so embarrassing, but whatever. It's real life, so I don't mind telling it. We were in the middle of sex and I got a pain that was literally the worst pain of a headache, and I get migraines all the time, but this is far exceeds these. And it was instantly sharp, instantly painful, right in one side of the head. And it made my jaw hurt. It made my neck. It made all. I thought I was fucking stroking out. I'm dead serious. Because it put me on my back. I mean, I was out for the count. Wasn't unconscious. I was just in a lot of pain. Well, we ended up spending the next couple of hours looking it up just to make sure Andrea didn't kill me from getting back to Vegas.
We thought he had a stroke.
We did. We really thought I had a stroke. I ended up looking it up. It's called cordial cephalalgia.
What?
It's essentially...
It's a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing. It's during sex or rigorous activities that make your blood flow and arouse certain releases of endorphins and stuff like that. So happy excitement kind of stuff. Sex is usually the most common. That's why it's called coital. I bust a blood vessel in my head.
Hey, it freaked me out.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, well, it did me too, but all the symptoms were exactly what it was. And this is all self-diagnosis, but
right.
Who knows? I might not listen, I might not be around much longer, so would you go ahead and drain the accounts of the old Living Podcariously Funds TAC and, take care of yourself.
We waited an hour to do it again, though.
Yeah.
So you got back on the horse.
Oh, yeah. I had to make sure I was okay first.
That's good.
I was just on top this time.
That's good. You had to take it easy.
Yeah.
So Andrea,
take care of him.
Andrea discovered something new, TAC. And I guess I say discovered something new is the wrong choice of words. She finally watched something that she's been wanting to watch for a little while.
What?
And, I mean, I don't know when it first came out, a couple years ago, probably. Andrea decided.
Yeah, I think it's like 2012.
Andrea watched, and I watched some of it with her too. I've already seen it though, but she watched 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, I never saw it. I never really had any interest.
It was just on, like, on demand. And I started watching it like a week ago, and then I finished watching it because he was busy working.
For the listeners to understand something, Andrea is, number one, beautiful and intoxicating and just a wonderful girl. Well, there's no question. You're very traditional. You have certain moral standards that you set that are admirable.
Like no threesomes.
Well, yes. But 50 Shades of Grey was something that I don't think she was expecting to see. You know what happens in that movie, right? All this, you heard the stuff about the book?
No. Oh, I knew what it was about.
Idea.
I was expecting a lot more, though. I was pretty disappointed there.
Oh, really?
She didn't get nothing.
So to not, there's no spoilers because the movie's so old and the books have been out for so long now. This billionaire, his name's Christian Grey in the books and the movie, falls for this regular run-of-the-mill kind of girl. And she's a virgin as well.
He's supposed to be much older in the books, though, isn't he?
I didn't actually read the books. Well, he's got, as a billionaire, obviously anything he wants, but he's got in his house a room that is nothing but a pleasure room, and it's whips and chains and bondage stuff and, blindfold. It's just everything you can possibly imagine.
Gotcha.
So Andrea gave that a good viewing and then said, okay, when am I going to start using something? She wants me to design a room tag. That's essentially what
okay. That's where we're going.
And then I keep trying to get in trouble so he can punish me. He won't do it.
Yeah.
Cause she rolled his eyes at him in the movie. She rolled his eyes at him and then he's like, you're going to get punished if you do that again. And it happened again that she did. So he brought her inside. He put her over his knee and pulled down her pants and spanked her and then pulled her pants back up and left and went back to work.
That's what I'm talking about.
He won't punish me though.
What is this book you have right here?
This is my new diary book.
Is that made of actual Muppet fur? Or
yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a skinned Muppet. Poor Kermit.
No, it doesn't look like Kermit. More like Oscar.
A couple of these people. You know Josh and Margaret, right? Have you met them yet?
Josh, not Margaret, though.
You met Josh, you didn't meet his wife, Margaret. Josh, so they call the group that Josh and Margaret are part of, and I'm kind of part of it now, and now Andrea is as well. They call the whole group Teamwork. It's a corny name, but it's a group of people that do things together. Go on 4th of July trips together, go on to music festivals together, all this stuff. So it's a group of probably, at its core, it's probably about 20 people. And I say kids, some of them are as young as 20, 21, and then I'm the fucking oldest one in there at 37.
Yikes.
I am the tribe elder.
If you're trying to recruit me so you're not the oldest one, it's not going to happen. Sorry.
No, yeah, they're kind of fun. I'm just saying. Anyway,
well, he was getting hit on last night.
One of them, you can tell your side of that. One of them had a birthday. This girl named Kat, awesome girl. Her and her boyfriend
really
Nate.
Cool.
She turned 24, so she's still kind of a youngin'. But she decided to do her birthday party one days of the weekend up at Dave & Buster's. So we went up. I'd never been there before. Do you even know what a Dave & Buster's is?
Yeah, I've been there.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's the first time I'd ever been there. I didn't know what it was.
Good Lord, man.
I had no idea. I've seen the commercials on TV, like adult arcade
Chuck E.
or
Cheese
whatever.
for your
There's
adults.
tons of kids, though.
Oh yeah, the whole place
Tons
is full of kids.
Yeah.
But, they serve beer and full liquor bar and
Yeah.
And kids have to
They
leave
got
at
a
11.
restaurant in there, too.
kids have to leave at 11. That's right. Yep. Of course, when we were getting there, we were seeing kids showing up at 10:30 when we were leaving. Mm-hmm. That's nuts. But anyway, yeah, so we took, Andrea and her daughter up there with us to celebrate this birthday party. And, I was originally a little bit worried. I'm like, all right, so this is an adult party, pseudo-adult. It's all a bunch of younger 20s people that are part of this group. I'm like, I wonder, is it going to impose if I bring a child to a party that's a bunch of adults? And, we talked to Josh and decided it was fine. It's just, she'd bring her up there. Andrea said, you're never even going to see her anyway. Cause she'll just be out playing video games. Well,
Right.
that was true.
Yep.
Pretty much the entire time we were there, the whole 3 or 4 hours we were there, she was gone. Just playing games in the arcade somewhere, doing something. And that's where Andrea ended up getting that little book from. Alyssa got some headphones and
Oh, nice.
a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was nice meeting all of his friends. They were really cool.
I didn't see bowling in there though. I thought somebody said there was bowling.
It's totally different from the one I went to like 10 years ago in Orlando.
Oh, okay. They had skee ball, they had all that stuff. Of course, you know this stuff. That was
Very
pretty fun.
cool.
I lost $1 bet on the way up there, though. Gentleman's bet, $1 bet.
Right.
I bet Alyssa. Can I even say her name? Do you want her name to be said?
Yeah.
Okay. So I bet Alyssa $1 because she started telling us a story from the back seat. She was sitting with Margaret, Josh's wife, and she was just filling Margaret in on everything in her life. She loves Margaret, so she was just talking to Margaret the entire trip up there. Then she came across some story she was telling Margaret.
She asked her, have you ever heard of a jelly cat?
Yeah. Do you know what a jelly cat is?
No.
So Alyssa started describing this, and it's glow-in-the-dark cats. Like real life cats, not fake cats or anything, but they have, I guess, fur that glows in the dark. And I'm like, oh my god, this has to be like paint or dye or something like that. So I started not arguing, but interrogating
Like
Alyssa.
a geneticist thing, like bioluminescence.
This is
kind of
where I
stuff?
lost my $1. I ended up making her a bet. I'm like, you know what? I'll bet you $1 that story is not true, that it's just kind of a hoax, and they just paint the cats or put something on the cats that's, makes them glow. Sure enough, she looked it up. She found the story, and Andrea looked it up to confirm it. I've got it right here. I won't read the whole thing, but in 2007, South Korean scientists altered a cat's DNA to make it glow in the dark, and then took that DNA and cloned it over other cats, creating a fully fluffy, fluorescent felines. Yeah, that's easy to say.
You have to see a picture of one.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Look up glow-in-the-dark cat.
Got it. Go ahead.
The researchers took skin cells from Turkish Angora female cats and used a virus to insert genetic instructions for making red fluorescent proteins. They put the gene-altered nuclei into the eggs for cloning and cloned the embryos. And the cloned embryos were implanted back in the donor cats, making the cats surrogate mothers for their own clones.
Did you find the pictures?
Yeah.
Isn't that creepy looking? Now you can own one of those for the low, low price of $60,000.
Jeez.
Yeah. I say
They
just
have
get a
mice
glow stick and
too.
sprinkle it over your cat.
They have glow-in-the-dark mice, too.
Yeah.
For the glow-in-the-dark cat to eat. It's going to be an interesting thing to watch in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, considerably. We're going to take another break in studio. The music you hear during the breaks is provided to us by DJ Gil Lugo. His links are in our show notes. Go check them out. All right, we'll be right back.
To show Avicii I was cool. And when I finally got sober, felt 10 years older, but there was something to do. I'm moving out in LA. I drive a sports car just to prove I'm a real big baller, cause I made $1 million and I spend it on girls.
Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women submit questions for Adam and Tack to get brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Guyry.
Guyry? Really? Is that the best we could come up with?
All right, right, guys, for our questions, I do have one that I got in Vegas
Oh, nice.
from a girl
boy.
named Wendy. It's not that bad. She just wanted to know.
It's a girl you met in the bathroom, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
But did you
No.
hear about those toilets?
We were sitting on our warm toilets, rinsing our.
Drying off your...
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to completely sidebar this. In Dave and Buster's, when you're at the pisser in the urinal, there's a game that you play to pee on penguins.
Get rid of it.
I'm just saying, it's so you're peeing and there's
you
a
get
screen in
tickets
front of
from
you. I'm guessing it has some sort of camera that watches where your stream goes. Cause where you
That's
pee,
weird.
Camera?
where you pee affects how what you hit on the screen. Oh, it's fucking awesome. All right,
That's
sorry.
better.
The girls'
I wanna
bathroom
go
had
just for
nothing
that.
like that. The girls' bathroom smelled like diapers and gross stuff.
And shame and...
No games. No games. Well, anyway, in the Vegas bathrooms where you sit on the toilet in your warm toilet getting cleaned off while you play the slot machine, Wendy wanted to know, would you rather have love or unlimited money?
That's like a major question. That's crazy.
That's difficult because unlimited money would pay for my kids' college, would pay for, but you know what? You know what money doesn't buy, Tack? Happiness.
But a damn sure
And it
can
doesn't
rent
buy
it.
love.
It can rent happiness.
You
can
can't
it?
buy love.
No, right.
Money can't buy you love.
I think money can buy some happiness, but not love.
Yeah, money.
Buy
money
you love for the night.
Yeah,
What
that's
was
true.
what was it? Eternal love?
No.
Just love or unlimited
Love or unlimited
income
money.
or unlimited
Oh.
money. Limited money is awfully tempting, but the correct answer here, Andrea, is of course love. You would trade
hold
me
on a
in?
second.
You would trade me in?
I wouldn't. I'm a girl. Of course I would pick love.
No, that's
I
not.
would live
no,
in a
that's not true.
refrigerator box with someone
Because-
I love rather than a mansion with someone I didn't love.
Okay, first of all, like every time you watch these stupid reality shows, like For Love or Money or whatever, you ever notice that like it's the dude that always picks love and the woman always picks the money?
That's a good point.
And you see it a lot, not just on that show, but just in life in general. And I think it's messed up. And it's interesting how it actually works out that way.
Well, you gotta find the right girls.
I have found the right girl, so I'm going to choose love. So.
Listen to that confidence.
But she would probably pick love over unlimited money too.
Probably would, because she's awesome.
Exactly. So Adam picks money.
No, I
But
don't.
I don't want to
You-
speak
that's
for
not
her.
true.
She can speak for herself because she's listening right now. So, well, not right now, but you know what I mean.
So Jane, what do you say?
What say you?
All right, good
No,
answer.
yeah.
Good answer.
I was so worried there at first. I was like,
Me too.
no.
Good answer, Jane. All right, let's move on. Number 2 is from Sarah in Florida. How often should couples make love?
Now there is a difference between making love and just fucking.
Ugh, make love. Never. I don't like that term.
Why?
All right,
just
how often
sounds-
should couples have sex?
There we go.
I like make love though. Make love involves passion. It involves, emotion. Real emotion. Sex is just sometimes brutal and animalistic. That's the kind of shit you do in the shower. Making love is what you do with, Barry White in the background. He's there. You don't have his music. He's there.
You can tell we've been having fun since I got back. So what happens when you leave for a week?
So, sex?
In general, yeah, having sex. Whether it's making love or fucking, just in general.
All right. How often, like, let's say weekly?
Just how often should they make love?
I
Like
would
it's
say,
monthly, yearly.
I don't know, at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.
No, that's a good number. I'll agree with that completely.
Yeah.
Anything more than that is just bonus.
I say 5, 6
I know you do.
a day.
You're a little nympho though. Behind that sweet veil of innocence lies a little,
She's smiling
What do you call it?
right now, by the way.
an
She's just
evil,
waiting to see what he's
Thinking about it.
a seductress, a
It's not my fault. Sexual
nymphomaniac
crimes in your 30s when you're my age.
when you're in your 30s.
When you're a woman.
I thought it was 50s.
It just keeps going, I think.
Oh, okay.
It just gets more intense the older you get.
50s is the new 20. Just saying.
Nice.
Yeah, the 50-year-olds were getting a lot more sponsors than the 20-year-olds on my trip.
Whoa.
All right, the next one is from Catherine in Florida. What is your favorite pickup line?
Ooh.
Y'all want a dirt hump?
Does that work for you?
Oh, it's got to work for me?
Oh, guess not. Just your favorite one.
You want to make out? That's pretty one I like.
You like that one?
Mine's more of a routine. So I like to have fun
We're
with
going to hear
it.
about ice cubes.
I knew he'd like
No.
Horses and
won't.
boxes and ladders.
None of that. Mine is I like to have fun with it, especially if it's just before any conversation has really set in. So I like the 5 lies questions. Do you remember I tried pulling that on you just to give you an example of it? So the line, effectively the line goes,
just do it on tack.
I think I've done this once before in the studio, maybe. No? All right,
Go ahead, let's do it.
All right.
So Tack's a pretty redhead.
Tack's a gorgeous redhead sitting in the bar.
Yes.
And I want me some of that right there. I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right, Tack. So let's set the scene. You're at the bar. You're with your friends. So let's say you've got some of your girlfriends there with you.
That's me.
All
Hi,
right.
we're having
Girls'
so much fun. Let's go to the
night.
bathroom.
Hey, get away from the guys.
Yeah.
So I come and sit down and I don't approach you from
jeez.
behind.
Look at this guy.
Sponsor.
Sponsor.
Work it, girl.
Sponsor. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it.
Get it.
All right.
Hey.
All right. Hey, how are you doing? My name's Adam. What's yours?
Tackarella.
Tacarella.
Tacarella? Oh, Barbarella? A good movie.
Is there something wrong?
No, I like the name. That's, what's that, where's that from? What's the heritage in that?
I don't know. This is America. I don't fucking know. Bathroom, you want to go to the bathroom now?
I already don't
I'm
like
not ready to go.
Tacarella. I already don't like Tacarella. All right, Tacarella, I want to do something with you real quick. This is for a drink. Usually I would offer to buy a drink, but I like to have a little bit of fun at the bar. You want to have a little bit of fun? Just questions. That's all it is.
All right.
Just questions.
I can have fun.
So this is super easy.
Okay.
The real question here is, who lies better? Men or women? First of all, before we get to this, what do you think? Who do you think lies better?
Well, I think men lie way more and they suck at it.
They suck at it. Okay, that's fair.
So women are better.
You think women are better at lying?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
All right. So let's try it.
Okay.
This is for a drink, Tacarella.
Okay.
If you win this, I buy you a drink. If I win this, you buy me a drink. But we'll make it very, very easy. I'm going to ask you 5 questions. All right? All that you have to do on these 5 questions is tell me a lie as their answer.
Okay.
All right, so use this as an example. What color is the dress that you're wearing? This is an example. This isn't a real question. What color is the dress you're
Well,
wearing?
it's black, but I'm going to say red.
There you go. See,
Okay.
saying red is the lie. So
It's easy. Even though I'm
very
a
easy.
woman, I still understood it.
Men.
I like the misogyny there.
I'm just kidding.
Stay in character,
Sorry,
Tacarella. All right, so let's begin. You ready? That wasn't a question, but are you ready? Wasn't.
Let's
okay.
do it.
All right.
Whatever.
Question 1. Tacarella, what color dress are you wearing?
It's red.
All right, very cool. Tacarella, tonight, are you wearing any panties?
Oh, I guess they would have to be yes. I'm so bad.
Oh, she's cute. All right, Tacarella, what's the name of the bar that we're drinking in tonight?
Fucking Johnny's fucking bar. I don't know.
Okay, very good, because it's not really Johnny's bar. Very good. You sure you haven't played this game before? You're doing pretty well.
Stop.
Have you played it before?
No, stop.
That was
Tacarella.
question 4.
You lost the drink.
no.
Now you're the sponsor.
No.
Now, Tacarella, you have to buy me a drink. That's the deal.
That's not fair. That's stupid.
So, all right, end
Let's go to the
scene.
bathroom.
Yeah, I'll get you a drink when we come out.
Tax staying in character longer than he wants to originally going to.
So that's your favorite pickup
That's
line.
my favorite, because it's fun. See, we even had fun in
No,
this little
that
scene.
That is cool. I've never heard that before. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that would
All
have
the
worked
guys
for me to
listening
find
now.
sponsors. You
It
should have rehearsed me on that before I left.
I could have, yeah.
I could have found a lot of good sponsors. High Rollers, give me $1,000 for those roulette tickets.
So here's how that would have worked, Tack, the other way. Technically, I screwed up on the question. I asked you question 5 for your spoiler, but it works anyway.
What?
Question 1, 2, and 3 are basics. All right. So very obvious things that are easy to lie to and get giggles between the girls, especially if it's a group. It works way better if it's a group. Question 4, always, and I fucked it up, but is always, wait, what question number are we on? That's always what you ask. And if she says 7, Like, damn, you are good. Have you played this game before and haven't told me? No. And every time it works. Every single time it works.
Well, I like how you added in haven't told me. Because that's what you know the answer to. Because say we played this game before and she goes, no. And she goes, you know what? It's like, but I have played this game before. And so I answered it correctly. She can always get you back with.
Oh, that's a good point. But then would you be being honest with me, Tacarella? That would be the question.
But you added and didn't tell me. Because now you know the truth to that answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah.
Sneaky.
See? Did you like it? Who was that for? What was her name?
Tacarella. Oh,
Tacarella.
Catherine in Florida.
Catherine, I hope you liked my pickup line.
That's pretty good, though.
It's a little bit better than do you want to do it?
I don't like it for a pickup line. I just like it as a cool, like a little word
conversation.
Game. Yeah. It's fun.
All right. Number 4 is from Elena in Florida. What song is ideal, according to you, to have sex to?
Oh, I got mine easy. Done. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
I'm ready. My hand's up, teacher. Can I answer?
Yes, Adam.
Enigma Return to Innocence. Done. Mic drop.
That's what it was just the other night.
That's right. That's what I fucked you on that with.
What was that?
That's what I fucked her on the chase with.
You were just like far away, like
if you want, I know. I did the mic drop. I threw the mic away because I had the best answer.
Let's do it again tonight.
Okay. If you ever want,
that would be a cool song though.
So here's my recommendation. Whatever service you use, I prefer iHeart because it's actually got a really good playlist generator based on themes of music. If you ever want good Scroggin love-making music. Scroggin, yes. Do a search in the iHeart little search thing for Enigma. And then just pick Enigma and click play on that station. And it goes through, it's not actually a station, it's just a playlist that it builds.
Right,
it goes through all of these songs that are like Chris Isaac. All of them. Oh, it's so good.
No, I don't wanna fall in love.
Oh, that was so fun to make out to when I was in high school.
With
or was it junior?
What's your answer, Tack? What's your song?
I don't really have one, really.
The Beautiful People? The Beautiful People.
Marilyn Manson.
No, I don't know. I don't really have one, but that's a pretty good one. I'll try that.
The Beautiful People?
No, not that. No.
Are you going to try it tomorrow?
Maybe.
Oh, I want to hear about it. Next one.
All you have to do in the middle is just call us and leave it on speaker so we can hear Enigma in the background. We're like, oh, we know what's going on.
Maybe it'll be a better porn than the one I got to watch in Vegas. Suck. Not good. Okay, this one is from Cassie in Georgia. Does it really matter what a girl orders at a restaurant if it's just a salad or a large steak?
I think so.
Is this on like a date scenario?
Well, like they always stereotype, like, the girls go and they just eat like a bird. Like, why don't they order a real meal? Does that really matter? Because it's always in movies and magazines and.
I think it probably matters to the guy. The guy really doesn't care. The guy, to me, I'm never going to judge a girl by what she's eating in front of me. So to the guy, it doesn't matter. I imagine the girls are doing that on either. It's a myriad of different things they could do it on. Maybe they're dieting. Maybe they have activities planned later and they don't want to have a big bloated belly full of food. So they're eating something light. Maybe they don't want to come off as seeming if the guy's buying. Maybe they don't want to come off as seeming pretentious. So they're trying to buy something that's less expensive. There's 100 different reasons that you could go with that.
Usually the girl does it stereotypically so that she doesn't look like she's a fatty.
That's really why girls
I think
do
it
that?
bothers me. I would prefer you just to eat like you would as
like they'll be hungry and leave and go home and eat dinner later because they're hungry.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Because they didn't eat in the date.
I appreciate them saving on my
That's
pockets.
not all circumstances. I'm just saying stereotypically that's.
I guess I've never really, I never really cared. As long as the person got something that they wanted, I didn't really care about what they were
So you didn't
consuming.
notice, so does it really matter? You didn't notice.
To me,
at
the
all.
answer would be no. Yeah,
so they're trying
not.
to impress you by ordering a tiny salad and you didn't even notice.
Failing there. Right.
You noticed last night when I tried to order off the kids menu, oh, don't you need to order?
Well, I thought you were not ordering anything last night.
And the guy's like, is that for you? And I'm like, no, it's not for me. And I keep like hitting him under the table. Like, don't you want to get like a salad or something?
I thought I was embarrassing her. Like she
Stop.
because we're trying to conserve a little bit of money and that place is kind of expensive. So I thought she was like embarrassed that I was trying to say, you can go ahead and order, sweetie. It's fine. Go ahead. But that's not what she was. She's like, I already ordered, asshole.
And I ordered it, not like anything, but they didn't have it on the adult menu. So I ordered off the kids menu and pretended like I had a kid. And then when the waiter would come in, I would have him put it on the other side of him. When he'd leave, I'd get the plate back and start eating off of it.
Yeah, I was the middleman for that dinner, that meal.
Made it more fun. All right, next question. This is from Chloe from Ohio. How much confidence should a woman have? Is insecurity better than talking about how pretty you are or how many men you can get?
Is insecurity better than being... So is it better for them to be insecure versus being like bragging or whatever?
Well, the actual question is how much confidence should a woman have? And that's like from insecurity to bragging.
Oh, gotcha.
Like what should it be?
Jesus, I don't know.
I think it's
Go ahead.
The girl needs enough confidence to be comfortable enough in her own skin to enjoy life. I'll give you an example of this, and my personal experiences in life have told me what it frustrates me about women with their insecurities, and men too. I mean, some men have insecurities as well. If you're in a position in your life where you can take, especially if you have a child, if you can take your child to go experience something fun, like, I don't know, let's say the beach. All right. Something as simple as the beach, but you don't take your kid to do that because you don't want to be seen in a bathing suit at the beach. That's an insecurity that affects somebody else. So if you have insecurities that affect, other people's lives or your ability to have fun in your own life, then you need to figure something out to remedy that. You need to either learn, do some confidence building techniques and skills to build your own confidence to be comfortable in your own skin, or find call some audibles in there. So, figure out if you're going to wear, or find a beach that isn't so populated. Make the scenario work. Up. Sure. Make the scenario work where you aren't affecting other people.
Isn't it the kid's fault you look like that you can't wear a bikini?
No, I think
so why are you taking them to the beach when they made you look like that?
I think it's the 16 Big Macs in a week that do that to some people.
I'm just kidding. I agree with, I love kids.
I agree with that one. You'd want them to just enough to enjoy life.
So the overconfident one that is like, dancing with her ass out and thinking she's hot stuff.
Too much confidence is considered cocky. Being conceited with the way that you look is a turnoff to guys. Is definitely a turnoff.
Yeah, and you don't want the prude either. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. The next one is from Melissa in Florida. Why does it take a man so long to text back?
Tack is not going to say anything to this because he's back immediately when the texts come in.
It's a case by case basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's situational. It has. I mean, unless there's a scenario where you just really don't like the girl, which I don't even think I wouldn't respond.
Well, I know, like the girls we met that went on the cruise, there were some waiting for a text back from guys, and they wouldn't get them back, or they would text them, and it would take forever, days sometimes, and then their answers would be so vague. And then after
the vagueness, that's just from being a guy. But taking so long, that probably shows they're not interested. The guys are not interested, or they're trying to play a game.
So if you're interested, you're going to text back.
Yeah,
but
you
want to talk to them.
It might not be right away. And I'll tell you, there's a telltale sign with a guy too. Women usually, in my experience, can create a diatribe of a text, a giant text.
That's because they have all their friends helping them.
That's fine. Whatever the reason is, they usually send very detailed, very lengthy, very sometimes emotionally driven texts, and guys can respond back with, "Yeah, that's cool." You know what I mean? They'll respond back with really short answers.
I'm super famous for that. I do that to my guy friends too.
But
like my friend Jimmy gets so mad about that because I always text back all the time. That's cool. I gotcha. That's like my key phrase.
Yeah,
right there.
I do the exact same thing. It doesn't mean it's insincere. It just means guys are really lack of focus on the details in texts. Maybe not with Jimmy, but with lots of people. Lots of guys are that way. That if you send us something that's awesome, and we respond back with a short answer, that doesn't mean we're blowing off the answer or it's too generic. It just means
I have a
we're responding.
Okay. Say I met you in Vegas and we hooked up.
This is just a scenario, right?
Number.
This is just a scenario?
Yes.
You didn't actually do this?
I did not hook up with you in Vegas.
Andrea.
You're right.
If he hasn't texted you by now, Andrea.
It's not going to happen.
Let it go.
Is this Juan, the millionaire?
I mean, he texted me a little bit, like on the airplane stuff and like the next day, but then it's just like less and less each day.
No, then he's not interested in you.
No.
Correct.
It was just a fling.
Yeah, it's just a Vegas fling. Vegas is the worst place to give this kind of an example from.
That's what, the good sponsor we met, who was a really nice guy, Joe, He was trying to tell everyone.
Not only did she make the pop, but she winked. that was the icing on the cake with that.
He heard all about him in the car ride home.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But he was very adamant about texting back and like, why aren't I getting a text back from the girl? Started texting me, asking why the girl isn't texting him back.
Yeah.
So not all of them are that way, but he was like warning us. He was like, guys come to Vegas to just, their wives and girlfriends are at home.
Exactly.
They hook up and they go back home.
Yeah, exactly. Vegas is like the hookup capital of the world. That's all that you do there.
So for Melissa, if a
I
guy
didn't do
doesn't
that.
text
Wow.
back, it's because he's probably not interested, most likely.
That's what I would say.
Most likely. If it's a vague response, that doesn't mean lack of interest. That just means
No. It's a guy thing.
it's a guy.
Yeah.
I've been told many times, like, you're being too vague. I'm like, I didn't think I was, but apparently it's like a guy thing.
Girls want more in, guys. Just let you know. Put a little more into that when you're wooing.
Okay. Fair, direction to give us. Thank you.
Well, if you're wooing, so you don't have to do it all the time.
Is that when you're having sex and you go, woo, woo?
Don't do that
Is that what
either.
you do?
Oh yeah.
No.
And then when I'm in the middle of it, chicka, 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 chicka. No?
No. Doesn't
Okay.
go with it, Enigma. All right. This one's from Kelsey in California. What does it mean when my boyfriend won't put our pictures on social media?
I think it's pretty clear.
Is he really your boyfriend?
So, I really don't want to touch this one, really, because, like, it could be many reasons. One, it could be anything from, now these are just my thoughts, not saying this is actually what's happening, but he could have other girls on the side. He could have, and he doesn't want them to see him with another girl. It could be, I hate to say this too, maybe he's embarrassed by how she looks.
Really? Guys start dating a girl and they don't want to show her off.
Could be. So I think that
Could
the
be.
length of the relationship is important to know here. If it's an early relationship,
True.
if they just started dating, and even if they just became boyfriend, girlfriend, guys sometimes aren't really on social media that much. They may not just get around to doing it. So it's a chore for them to go and do that. So as opposed to just enjoying life with this new girl,
True.
then now I have to go update my
I
social
came
media
from the
statuses.
dark side of this, and he's coming from the light, so.
Yeah. It
Both
it
are-
could be infidelity, yes. It could be just such a new
It
relationship.
could be
that-
infidelity and embarrassment, or it could be something as simple as just hasn't done it.
It's a chore for some
Yeah,
guys.
there's some guys don't even see the point in it. Like, why? What's the point?
My
Yes.
guy put a picture up of us like in 2 days.
That's
Well, I
true.
gotcha.
But, to be fair, before I'd started seeing you, let me rephrase that, before I fell in love with you, which happened very quickly, I had dated several girls, one of which I considered for a short amount of time to be a girlfriend. And I didn't put any
What was
pictures.
that?
We were FBO for like
Oh.
2 days. I was dating these other girls and I didn't put pictures up. I think I put 1 or 2 pictures up on Facebook of me
you
with
don't want
another.
anyone to see them. They weren't.
Well,
that
no,
cute.
not so much that. Well, yeah, partially that too, but not so much that, but
See?
more along the lines of I was in a place in my life where I was not ready to be tied down in a relationship, and I felt that by putting pictures up of me and this other girl, or girls, depending on the time of the year. No, that sounded bad. Depending on which one of whatever. You understand what I'm saying. Who I was dating at
Because
the time.
November is his slam
No, it
number.
is.
That's what he calls it. So, no.
I didn't want the questions that would come up. Oh, who's this? Is this your new girl? I didn't want that to be a thing. I didn't want my friends to assume things.
You weren't proud of her.
Not that I don't care, because I really don't
Like
care what my
Jack
friends
said.
think. I want to avoid that whole situation. I also felt that it was forced at times for a girl to ask me to put pictures up on Facebook or on social media that shows us as a couple. It was forced. Let me do it on my own accord, not being forced to do something because of some agenda that the girl has. See, I took it back down to the dark side too. Tom.
Yeah, you did.
Are we playing bad cop, good cop here? Is that what's
We
going on?
were,
It
but
works.
not anymore.
Now it's bad cop, bad
Not
cop.
bad cop,
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
cop.
Okay. All right. So I hope that answered your question. I don't know if it did. This poor girl's all more confused now than she before
Yeah.
she asked the question.
All right, number 9 is from Misty in Virginia. Can you have emotional intimacy without physical intimacy? And vice versa.
Sorry.
And vice versa. It's an important flip there. Okay.
Wait,
So
what?
can you have emotional intimacy without physical? So can you be in love without sex? And then can you have sex without love? Definitely yes to the second one. No, there's no question. Some people can separate the emotions from the raw sex and animalistic sex, just sex.
Yeah, I can do sex without intimacy.
Yeah, I can too.
Till you learned what it felt like to have such great intimacy with it.
I'm not saying that you're not comparing the two. You're not weighing the two. Of course, sex with intimacy is better than sex without intimacy. However, you can have it without intimacy. So, yes, you just add another level of complexity when you add intimacy in.
But doesn't it change it after you've had it with intimacy? Doesn't it make it without not as good?
Intimacy is a funny word now that we've said it 30 times.
Does it make it not as good? Yes. If I'm not in love with someone, it's not as good as if I am in love with them having sex. Yes. I mean, that's...
Right. So, what are we considering intimacy?
Emotional intimacy.
I would
not physical intimacy.
Well, no, that was a question.
I don't mean sex either by that. I mean, like, making
emotional
out.
Intimacy. Well, no, physical would be making out. So the question is,
yeah, can
maybe
you have it without making out?
This is like, no sex until marriage, but you're in love with the girl. That's exactly what this is.
Pretty much.
Right. And what's kind of neat is that, with me and my girl, we did that intimacy and sex for a while. Mm-hmm. Just from,
like 6 hours.
The distance.
It makes it intense too.
No. It went on for weeks, you know? And then until we finally got together physically. And then, so it was really neat because we got to grow and bond very well together.
That's good.
And the intimacy just grew stronger and stronger, you know? And then we finally got to, so I think it really is a great way to do it. Even though it's very old fashioned, not too many people do it to this day, including myself. I've always, pretty quickly immediately jump in, to getting physical. But this was kind of a nice way to do it, and I really enjoyed it. Physical. And I think it's great.
All right, sorry. Yeah, I think both could happen. But no, it's not as good unless it's intimacy and physicality together.
All right. Next one's Nancy in Florida. Do you think the past matters in a relationship?
What do you mean by matters?
Does your past matter when you're in a relationship?
No.
Only if it's going to affect the current or the future. So if you've got a record, a police record, if you're
if you're
criminal,
like that, yeah.
Yeah, that of course matters. But to me, everything that has happened in the past with prior relationships, other than an understanding of who you are, what has shaped you into who you are, no, it doesn't matter at all. I don't care if
unless the past keeps coming into the future.
Agreed. Unless it affects the present or the future.
and it doesn't keep coming.
Whoa.
That's some personal shit. That's some intimate shit right there. Is what she's
that was
saying.
Another one that Andrea Joy wrote in there.
No,
I've got some exes that, for whatever reason, won't leave me alone.
Every day they want something.
I gotcha.
Sometimes twice a day.
Whoa.
Different ones.
What?
Not anymore. Not so much anymore.
That was
All
today.
Right.
2 different ones? That's the same person.
2 in one day. Yeah.
The same person, though. Okay.
No, different people.
I had 2 exes contact me today?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not an ex. You know that. You understand that, right?
One wanted storage and one wanted money. Number 11. This is from Janice in Florida.
Number 11. Oh.
If your parents don't like the girl you're dating, is that a deal breaker?
No.
It's influential in my opinion, yes. Being accepted by 2 factors of my life are important. My family, which includes my son and my parents, and my friends. If my friends do not approve of the person that I'm with, it won't affect if I love that person. It doesn't affect how I feel. It affects me and my judgment of allowing the person to get to my heart. So yeah, definitely. To me it does.
No, not at all.
No, not for you.
In fact, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks.
Well, you said parents, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that could be...
Specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my mom passed away, and I don't really talk to my dad much, so...
But you know your mom, and you know what she would approve of.
Right, but still, it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't matter to me.
It would be. My dad's gone. He's been gone since I was 17, but it matters to me that I think about that all the time if I'm with someone that my dad would approve of.
And are you?
I got you there.
Are you with someone that your dad would approve of?
Of course.
Okay, good. Oh.
I gotcha, but I'm talking like when the question was asked, I immediately thought that they would disapprove for stupid, ridiculous reasons.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, not like, well, she's abusive and an alcoholic. I don't care, Mom. You know,
Well, I mean, sometimes
not
parents
like
are
that,
like, they're
but-
just not right for you. Like, they
Yeah,
might
it's like,
see something
yeah.
that you don't see.
Maybe, but no.
No?
Or I just don't like her because whatever insert dumb reason here. That's what I heard.
She's
in
got
my head.
red hair.
Yeah, or whatever, you know. But then, like, he lumped family mixed in, cause see, I don't,
And with friends, yeah.
not with friends,
Oh,
with your son.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, my
that's
child,
different.
yeah.
Like, that's too different for me. Like, my
If your
kids,
kid disapproved of the girl, then
no, well, that's different. But I mean, I meant like, not talking about a girl, I'm talking about just family. Cause like, your parents are your family, yes, and your kids are your family, yes. I don't put them all together. To me, they're separate. Does that make sense?
no, that makes perfect sense. The
Okay.
perspective is
And the friends are more of on the kids' side. Like, I'm closer to my friends and kids than I am to
yeah.
Yeah.
my parents or whatever.
I guess
you know?
Understood.
it would depend on how close you are to your parents in that question.
Yeah, I'm closer to my kids and friends than I am to my family.
Okay, so then for TAC, if your kids and friends don't approve, would that matter?
Then I may have to answer kind of like how he did. Like, yeah, it might affect the way. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, well, maybe you guys are seeing something, so I'll break up immediately. That's not going to happen.
Right.
But it may
You're
make
gonna
me
take a
go,
different perspective.
yeah. So, yeah.
My friends know me better than anyone, and if they see something wrong, I should investigate it a little bit more. Being blinded by love and lust, both, are pretty strong effects.
Yep.
So how am I doing?
You're way past the being blinded part. I'm good.
I'm at approval rate
Oh, yeah.
of friends and family.
You passed the friends test last night at the Dave and Buster's thing. They all love you. You already knew Josh and Margaret, which are the two more important out of any of that group to me. And you know my parents, and they love you. They adore you. My mom set us up, so yes.
Score!
I think you're cool too. Thanks for lumping
Yeah,
me in
I was
there.
like, what about TAC? I guess you're just
Oh, yeah.
my friend now, so you don't count either.
Okay.
So, do you approve of Adam?
I got
I don't
tax.
know yet.
I got
I'm still
tax.
not
Yeah.
sure yet.
Fucker. I got tax approval for you a long time ago.
But I don't have tax approval for you yet.
No, that's true.
Figure it out.
Okay, number 12 is from April in Florida. What are some signs my boyfriend is cheating on me?
That his dick is inside another woman's pussy.
smell his dick every time he comes home.
You won't let me though. You're like, no, I'm not clean. I haven't showered.
Oh, way to make me sound like a dick. like a dirty dick.
It's shady as hell too.
What the hell?
No, I'm just being silly.
Man. What are some signs?
I don't know.
No pictures on
There's
social
tons.
media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
He won't take you to see his parents.
No, so the easiest one is, are there any, unexcused, like, giant gaps of absences of him in your life? If you guys are together, my assumption here is our situation, they're probably living together or something, who knows. If there's giant gaps of time where he's not around, you can't get a hold of him, he's not responding to texts, that he has just gone completely off the grid, then yeah, that, if it happens all the time, that's a pretty important sign.
Yeah.
Well, I had a client today. She had, I was doing she didn't get her haircut. She needed to go. But she has a phone and her boyfriend was saying he was at work, sending her pictures of him at work and everything. And she has on her phone, she has a main phone. It has where to find all the phones. He was at the old house that they used to live in. And he was there sending pictures from work and it's showing he's at this house. So she had to go. She told him I have 30 minutes left getting my hair done and she was walking out the door.
She was gonna bust him.
She went to bust him.
Huh.
That's so. If you're at the point in a relationship where you have to say, "Show me a picture of where you're at right now," then
She
you don't
didn't
need
even
to
ask. He just started sending them. I'm at work. See my pictures at work. Sent her 3
gotcha.
of them.
People don't understand meta tag information inside photos is hilarious. So if, let's say this boyfriend sent the picture to this girlfriend and really the picture was taken several days ago, all these smartphones store meta information inside every picture.
Right, yep.
And if you have your GPS locator turned on, or not locator, but just your GPS device on, your location identifier, it even encodes that. So when you take the picture, it takes in a location stamp inside the picture, as well as all the details of the date, the author being the device that took it. All that stuff is stored in the photos. All of it.
Do you check?
There's even more than that. There's even all the technical data of the camera itself, what kind of lens, what lighting was used, all that kind of shit. So, yeah.
Gaps of time. Also stories, to answer her question, also stories that don't add up. So if you're getting one answer that seems logical, and then either they step all over their own stories by their own mouth, or the causality of the situation doesn't make sense. So for him to, I can't even think of an example for this, but if there's a string of events that don't make sense, don't make logical sense, like, oh, I needed to swing by the grocery store on the other side of town to go get milk, but they have a grocery store outside the house. There's no reason to have gone over there, so it's illogical.
What if the milk was on sale over there?
If there's a lot
and he had a coupon.
If there's a lot of logical issues there with stories, then that's another sure sign.
Unless he had a coupon.
Guys usually don't use coupons.
Then that's another reason he was cheating. He's using a coupon. All right. Our last question is from Linda in Florida.
Cool. So,
okay. Without expressing it, is there a way a girl can tell you she wants to have sex?
Without expressing?
Without saying it.
Oh, without verbalizing.
She can write it down or draw a picture, perhaps.
Or just
sketch it.
Go down on me.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells me.
That's actually a really good one.
Have you ever heard of the go fuck me eyes? Or come fuck me eyes?
I've heard of just fuck me eyes.
Or fuck me eyes, yeah.
FMEs.
Bedroom eyes.
Yeah. When a girl gives you that look, like, oh man, one of the coolest things when you're just in a going out to meet new people phase is when you find a connection in a bar or in a room or a club or a house or something like that with a new person, and your eyes lock and you hold it longer than the social acceptance of holding that eye lock, and you feel the attraction there.
You get a sponsor.
You get a sponsor. Yes.
Your sponsor's been approved.
That is a cool feeling. So
that's how you get a sponsor.
And then flirting with the eyes, man, the eyes can communicate so much. So a way a girl looks at you can easily tell you that she wants it. Even if she says no, she wants it.
Sometimes my cat
Just
gives
kidding.
me FMEs. So does that make signals maybe? All right. Is that it?
Is that all the questions?
That's all.
Awesome questions. Thank you all
Very
for
good.
submitting
Thank
them. If you're interested in submitting a question for the Guyry, send an email to show@livingpodcariously.com. Just put in the subject, question for Guyry, or this is for Andrea, or something like that. She'll get it. Eventually we'll have our own email addresses.
And if you ever see me in the bathroom and you want to ask me a question through the stalls, that's fine too.
How would they see you if you're in the stall?
Before we go in the stall.
Looking through the crack?
Yeah. When girls go in the bathroom, like, Tacarella.
Andrea.
It works in Vegas.
How do I get a sponsor?
Hey, be sure to check out too our buddy's podcast. Ron Caniff now hosts a podcast called The Fins Broadcast. It's Miami Dolphins fan-based podcast. So let me give him a little bit of a plug. I put together a YouTube video, which is actually an audio clip. I'm not going to play it on here. Just go listen to it if you're interested in it. That is an awesome interview that he got tack with Miko Grimes, which is wife of former NFL Miami Dolphins player Brent Grimes. And she is a hothead. She is notoriously the most difficult wife of all players in the NFL. Let's put it this way. He lost his Miami gig partially because of her. Let's put it that way.
That's what I hear.
Yes.
That's what I've heard.
He got an interview. So the point of the story is he got a 30-minute exclusive interview on his podcast with Miko Grimes, and she is losing her shit on the podcast. Other folks around the NFL have been reaching out to him, like reporters from like Miami Herald and some of those different newspapers, trying to get his interview information. Like, how did he land this interview? And effectively he baited her on Twitter because she's a big Twitter person. So he baited her in and said, you'll never call on my show. You're too much of a chicken. So she came on and he got an interview.
I'll show you.
But I put together the highlights reel of that, which is about 3.5 minutes. And I think I did pretty good at it. I think I did pretty good.
You did great. I love listening to it. Not even a big sports fan, but it was fun listening to it.
I mean, I'm not a sports fan at all. I've only heard a little bit about her from Ron. And, but listening to your clip, like, maybe you want to listen to the whole interview. So.
Well, cool. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I put
so
some
good.
a comedy spin on it. So, and I
Yeah,
added
little effects.
little
in there.
pizzazz.
Yeah, a little pizzazz. Add some jazz in it.
Some jazz hands.
Garlic jazz.
Pizzazzy.
We got anything else this week, or we want to wrap it up?
That's it.
Let's wrap it up.
All right. Well, be sure to check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/livingpodcuriously. Again, shoot us an email, show@livingpodcuriously.com. Follow us on Twitter @podcurious. I don't know. I think that's it. All right. Well, I'm Adam.
I am still Andrea Joy.
And I am Tack.
Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.